Important Civil Rights Leaders in America by Ian Shemenko and Sean Meany. Although many contributed to the equality of African Americans, we believe that the three most important were Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, and Martin Luther King Jr. These individuals showed that they could state their point without having to resort to violence. Although they might have been tempted by violence, they were persistent in their boycotts, motivational speakings, showing a good example, going to court, and forming organizations. Booker T. Washington was a slave as a child. As an adult, he believed that African Americans deserved the right to have the same jobs as white men did. He wanted black people to get jobs because they were poor, yet could perform the same tasks that white men could. The problem was that at the time, everyone was prejudiced and no one would hire them, for the lone reason of them being black. This is why, on July 4th, 1881, he became the leader of the Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute. This was an inexpensive school for African Americans, which taught them simple skills that they needed for work. Here is a direct quote from the Atlanta Compromise. "Cast down your bucket where you are. Cast it down in making friends in every manly way of the people of all races by whom we are surrounded." We think he was basically saying that there were blacks all around us looking for work, and that white employers should just hire them.
Potential of you and me. It's like a book elegantly bound, but in a language that you can't read just yet.
W.E.B. Du Bois attempted equality through the court system. At the time, most of the courts were corrupt, so it was very hard to get his point heard. In 1905, W.E.B. Du Bois was involved in the Niagara Movement, which was an African-American protest group of scholars and professionals. In 1909, he co-founded the NAACP, National Association for the Advanced Placement of Colored People. The goal of the NAACP is to ensure a society in which all individuals have equal rights and there is no racial hate or racial discrimination.
Tonight, don't want to waste another day, and it's not over just yet. Give me this one last fighting chance to crash the wall. I'll get to you. You are a war worth dying for tonight.
Martin Luther King Jr. approached the conflict of equality with speeches. He is considered the father of the civil rights movement. At the age of 25, he became the pastor of his father's church. He was inspired by the beliefs of Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi believed that if laws were unfair, people should not obey them. The first protest that Martin was involved in was the Montgomery bus boycott. The boycott started when Rosa Parks, a black woman, was told to move from her seat so a white person could sit. She wouldn't leave her seat, so the bus driver called the police and had her arrested. When King got wind of the story, he was very angry. He decided that he would lead the Montgomery bus boycott. The boycott was for all black people not to ride the buses on Monday. 50,000 black people did not ride the bus for the whole entire week. The events of the Montgomery bus boycott let the rest of America see the discrimination going on in the South. Throughout his lifetime, he was involved in many more nonviolent speeches, sit-ins, marches, and protests. Sadly, in 1968, at the age of 37, Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated by James Earl Ray.
I'm looking to the sky to save me. Looking for a satellite. Looking for something to help me find out right.
That concludes our essay of some of the most important people in America's fight for civil rights. Thanks to W.E.B. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington, and Martin Luther King Jr., African Americans are now treated equally in America and can follow their dreams just as anyone else can in America.